guys, I'm Brett and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my eyesight diagnosis from the very start, to where we are now. So that's 33 years. So I hope you're comfy. We've got a lot to get through. A few little things to point out before we get into it. I'm recording this again because I was blabbing on for ages and ages, and I found out after that the mic wasn't plugged in properly. So I didn't record anything. It's just like this. And a few more things to point out. All what I'm about to say to you is based on my personal experience. This is not 100% factual for everyone with the same eye conditions as me, or everyone with eye conditions in general. This is all based on what has happened to me, what has been told to me, and what I've gone through. So if you like the video, be sure to leave it a like and subscribe to my channel. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Right, so as you can see by the title of the video, this is called My Eyesight Diagnosis. So let's start from the very start. This will be quite vague, obviously, because I was little and I can't remember exact dates and times and everything that was said to me. But as we get further through my life and at the present day, then there'll be more detail. We start off, I was born 1987, healthy, everything was fine. We move on, we're talking maybe, probably, let's say, about 3 or 4. Can't remember exactly, 3, 4 years old, maybe even younger. We had a health visitor come to the house. They noticed I sat near to the TV. Okay, you sat near the TV, you might need glasses. So I did end up having glasses. And then, remember, this is very vague. I think I probably had glasses first, and then I had like eye hospital appointments or optician's appointments. And I suppose after various tests, that I can't remember, I was diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa, which is RP. And also, for a little backstory, my granddad was also blind, and my granddad had retinitis pigmentosa, but RP is not the same for everybody. So my RP is different to what my granddad had. School life, infant school, junior school, secondary school, all that was, well, I didn't go to a blind school. Normal lessons, normal childhood as in what I'd done. The only thing I was told was to avoid playing rugby, as if I had a knock to the head, that to potentially be dangerous. Not life-threatening, but dangerous as in I could lose my eyes altogether, just like that. I've had various jobs, which I was fine with. I went to the eye hospital regularly throughout my childhood, and that was just for checkups to make sure everything was stable with what I was diagnosed with RP. Around year 10, year 11, which is about 15, I was told that I didn't have to attend, or I didn't have any appointments due for a while, and everything was stable, and they was quite happy where I was at, which after going to the eye hospital all the time was nice to hear. So it was all stable, 15, 16, stable, everything was stable up until 2015, which was 5 years ago, which would make me 28. So you're saying from even like infant school, so like 7, 8, all the way to 28, it was like fairly stable. There's nothing major going on, no major changes, nothing. We come to 2015, can't remember the exact dates, so we're just going to say 2015 because I definitely know it was 2015. I was told that I had a detached retina and a cataract, both in my right eye. One or the other would have been bad, and obviously not nice to hear after so many years of everything stable, but to have both in the same eye was like, it made me very down, and it really did hit me hard. People have cataracts removed all the time, that's fine. People have detached retinas and have surgery to reattach it, that's okay. I had both at the same time. I was advised by the ophthalmologist not to have the surgery. There could potentially be more complications, and it potentially might not work anyway. So they could do one and it could make the other one worse. I could have that one done and make the other one worse. So it's just left as, we'll see you more often. Obviously your eyesight's obviously deteriorated a bit because you've got these two conditions in the same eye. So that was left as that. I did notice some changes in my eyesight. Not huge changes, but there was changes due to the conditions. Then we go up until 2018. Is that right? Yeah, 2018. So that's another 3 years. So the cataract and the detached retina were still, they hadn't got progressively worse. They're like quite stable. 2018, in the April time, I had a headache. Okay, it's just a headache. Nothing wrong with that, is there? Just a headache. This carried on for about 2 to 3 days. Then I started to become a bit more worried. The headache was above my right eye, which, if you remember, is where I said that I had a detached retina and the cataract. I ran the eye hospital. They advised me to come to A&E. I go to A&E, and as you know, with any A&E, it always takes forever. I was there for about 7 to 8 hours. I get taken into the room, I suppose you call it. They do all the tests on me. They do my eye pressure. My eye pressure is about 65. Normal eye pressure is between 10 and 20. So 65. They're shocked. I'm shocked. Where's this come from? What's going on? They checked it again because they thought their machine that they used to check eye pressure was broke or wasn't working properly. They checked it again, still 65. I was taken upstairs, but this is all at the Bristol Eye Hospital. I was taken upstairs. I was given eye drops to take home with me. Do these eye drops every day. These are like pressure lowering eye drops. So okay, I do these drops every day. We fast forward to the next month, which is obviously May. I go into the eye hospital for an appointment to check the pressure. The pressure's still high. Can't remember the exact number, but we're still looking around at least 55 to 60, I think, or maybe 50, but it's still high. I was told you would need surgery to reduce the pressure. I won't go into every last detail about the surgery, but if you'd like to know about the procedure, what happens, then let me know down below and I'll be happy to make another video on that. So comes to the day of the surgery. I'm waiting for the surgery. The doctor comes and sees you, the one that performs the surgery, I believe. They talk you through it, what to expect, how it goes, this, that and everything. One thing I will point out is, the surgery, there is a little slight deterioration in your eyesight. The surgery does not improve your eyesight in any way. It's only for the pressure. So I have the surgery, I go home, I feel awful, still carrying with my eye drops every day. And this is pressure lowering drops, and I think I was on another drop, I believe I was on 2 sets of eye drops. I go back to find out the results of the surgery, like, oh, did it work, how was it? Pressure's still high, still way too high for what it should be, given I've had surgery. Okay, we advise you to have more surgery, which, as you know, makes you feel even more down, because you went through it once, and now they're telling you, you've got to do it again. Even though you've done everything you're supposed to, it's still not worked. So that is in the June. So bear in mind, March of that year, everything's stable. Like, I still have the detached retina and cataract, but April, glaucoma, high pressure, May, surgery, June, neck surgery. Have the neck surgery, same stuff, they talk through it, do all this, blah blah, you have it done. Very uncomfortable, I feel awful again after, but not as bad. Go home, the eye drops are still being taken every day. Go back to find out how it went, it's still high. Well, what's going on, why is it still high? We're still talking like 40, 45. These aren't exact numbers, but it's still way too high for their liking. They're saying you can't do the surgery all the time. They like to leave gaps in between the surgery, and bear in mind I've had now 2 surgeries in May and June, but they like to leave gaps. They were, well, not unwilling, because they said to me I needed it again. They were a bit apprehensive about giving me another surgery, because I've had it twice and nothing's really happened. So, booked in for the 3rd surgery, around September time. They talked to me again, you know what to expect, but this occasion, it's different. Why is it different? Well, the doctor that comes and talks to you about the procedure also says on this occasion, before you go down for your surgery, we're going to check your eye pressure. Okay, but they haven't checked it the other times, why are you checking it today? So, they go and check the pressure. Oh, it's about 25, which, you know, 10 and 20 is normal, 25 for you, it's not bad to be honest, it's a little bit high, but nothing major. So we're going to not give you surgery today, you're going to go home, carry on taking these eye drops. Okay, that's not bad, is it? It went down. Why has it went down? So I go home, I carry on taking the eye drops. Last September, where are we to now? We'll probably still say we're in 2018. I can't remember exactly, so don't hold me like accountable for exact dates. We go back, it's still around 25, maybe between 20 and 25, which is still a bit high for someone with normal vision and no eye conditions, but for me, it's alright, okay? Everything's fine, the detached retina, everything, all that, that's still stable. Carry on taking your eye drops for the pressure, carry on doing that. Then we move on, so we're in 2019. We go back, oh, let's check the pressure. The pressure's low. We're talking now like 5. So we went from pressure being really high to pressure being too low. And I was told on the same day that your pressure being too low is worse, or can be worse, than your pressure being too high. As, well, they mean like it can start to look different, your eye can start to change shape, size, you can get pain from it. Stop the eye drops immediately. The pressure lowering drops, stop them. don't take them no more, your pressure's too low. So then you think, well, when it was around 20-25, they were saying that's sort of okay for you, so why didn't they tell me to stop them then? Okay, so I stopped the eye drops. We go back, we're still in 2019, around that time. Can't remember the exact dates, but we're still in 2019. We have regular eye appointments all throughout 2019, and on all these appointments, these are all the things that happen. The eye drops were stopped, as I've already said. The pressure is still low, and now we're talking like 0, 1, 2. It's not going up. They can't tell me why it's not going up. It's just stuck really low. It can go back up, but then there's the risk if it starts going up, it can go too high again, it can just not stop and it can just go higher and higher and not stop. So what did we get told? I was registered as severely sight impaired around that time as well. As with the cataract, the detached retina, the glaucoma, the RP, which I still had that condition from little to now. All these conditions, I've been registered severely sight impaired, which is blind. These conditions are all, well, other than the RP, the other 3 I mentioned are all in the right eye. Only the right eye. So I'm registered severely sight impaired, which is blind. We're still being seen by the eye hospital, and then we move on. They're still seeing me, nothing's really changing. Like, why is it not going up? We can't tell you. Or we can give you stuff to bring it down, but we can't give you anything to bring it up. Oh, now you need another eye drop. You stop this one, you take this one. The one they give me was every hour, every day, every hour, because my eye's dry, red, sore, and like grainy, dry and sore on the surface. So it's a bit like irritated. So it's like a lubricating job. So it's like sort of like, it makes your eye like lubricated. I was taking them every hour. It doesn't hurt or nothing, so that's fine. Well, not fine, but that's just how it is. So now where are we to now? We're moving on to this year, 2020. We're still being seen, we're still taking the eye drops. The eye pressure is still too low. It's not going up. I won't come right to the camera, but it's this eye, it's the right eye, which has all the conditions. My partner has told me that my eye does look a bit different, like the pupil is not a round pupil. The white bit of my eye is red, and that sometimes can be really red, other times it might not be that red. If you want to see a picture of my eye, then be sure to look around, because there'll be a picture in this video. So where are we to now? We're still in 2020, so we're still being seen. As I've already said, the pressure's still low, this and that. The eye's looking different. I'm registered severely sight impaired. I've been taking the eye drops. I've had dizzy spells. I've fainted. I've had all different side effects from my conditions. And this isn't for everybody, this is just for me. I've had lots of different episodes of fainting, passing out, hot, the eye feeling irritable. I can't scratch my, like, not scratch, but when I rub my eye, if I'm like, that it hurts. I've got to do it differently to that one. Then we move on to my last appointment, which was around September, October time. And just personally, I think I should be seen more often. We went in around September, and I was given a test, which I was told about before. So it wasn't like out of the blue. I was given a test because they think, or they have some reasoning that the RP that I was diagnosed with when I was small, I might not have RP. So I went to the hospital. I was given this electro-field test, something like that. They put all these little like things on your head, and they basically hook you all up, and it's a test like your brain activity and how your eyes react to like lights, shapes, images, flashing lights, and that's about 2 hours. So you have all this, you're all hooked up and everything, and they do all these different tests on you to see what happens. I've still never found out the results of that test. I don't actually know why. I was also told about I may need some genetic testing done, which is, nothing's happened with that since. So then we move on to, that was around September, October. And then I had my last appointment, which was November. So I went and seen the orthodontologist, had my standard test done, Humphrey field test. I can go into that more if you want me to. But if you're familiar with poor eyesight or opticians, then you've probably had a Humphrey's field test. For me, I think it's pointless because my eyesight's poor. Went into the ophthalmologist. Okay, the pressure's still low. Like, it's so low that it doesn't even take a reading. So we're talking like 0, 1 or 2, around that. So we've had that. Carry on taking the eye drops. Well, okay, it's not amazing news, but it's sort of stable, if you can call it stable. And then they said to me that, oh, your left eye, which I know I haven't discussed, but I was told a few years ago that there was a slight little cataract on my left eye. Nothing major, and cataracts can stay the same forever. I was told on this appointment that the little cataract in your left eye, it has changed a bit. Nothing major, but there is a slight change in it that you probably wouldn't notice, but just to like keep an eye on it. Sorry about the pun. Eye. Yeah. And to bear in mind, just so that you're aware of it, just so you know. And if anything does change drastically, or you notice any changes, to come straight to A&E. I'm like, right, okay, that's more, well, it's not awful news, but it's not say the best news either, to be honest, when you've been told you have all these eye conditions in your right eye, and like you're relying on your left eye, and now you've been told that something in your left eye is changing. Sorry about that, camera cut out. I'm glad I'm near the end of my diagnosis, otherwise I'd have lost complete track of where I was. So we were at present time, 2020, and I said about the cataract in the left eye. So going forward, I don't know what to expect. Waiting for more appointments to come through. They will keep checking on me. If I notice any differences, I'll go in. Personally, I don't know what to think. I always worry that it could get worse, and that does frighten me, but I try not to think about it too much, because I could sit around all day feeling sorry for myself, but it doesn't get me nowhere. I just sit around all day doing nothing, but it doesn't improve my eyesight. It doesn't improve anything. A few little things. I live with my partner. She helps me as much as she can. It affects everything. My eyesight literally affects every aspect of my life. I wouldn't go into detail on everything, but whatever you can think of, you can guarantee it affects me. Reading things, walking around, packaging, seeing other people. Like, I find it embarrassing, but it can't be helped. I always used, not in denial, but I always used to say, oh, my eyesight is worse at night. My eyesight is bad 24/7. The conditions I have and what has happened makes my eyesight bad all the time. I suppose the best way to say it is, it's more difficult at night. I can't get out on my own. Even if I could, I wouldn't walk out on my own. I don't trust myself. I'm not allowed to drive. Finding employment is very, very difficult, because not what jobs are out there or there's nothing for me, but just trying to find something that I can do is very, very hard. Me personally, when I go out or when I do stuff, you gotta try and plan everything more. Like, I've got to think more about doing stuff than someone who can see fine does. As in how much is deteriorated, the eyesight, the right eye, there's nothing. I can go like that, or if I took my glasses off maybe, not like you would or whatever, I can do that, and I can't really see anything. I can go like that, and it's okay. People have their own thoughts on like what people with bad eyesight are like, or blind. For me, my right eye, I can't see nothing. I used to be able to see like a few shadows or how many fingers am I holding up. That went. Then it used to be some light. Can't really see light. If you want to see more videos about my eyesight, then feel free to comment below about anything you want to know. I'm more than happy to answer any of your questions. And as I've already said, this is all for me. I'm not no ophthalmologist. I'm not a professional. All my conditions and what I'm going through and what has happened are personal experience to me. Someone else with the same eye conditions to have completely different circumstances. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have enjoyed it, then be sure to leave it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. But until the next time, I'll see you soon, so take it easy and take care.